Okay, so basically, if you would like to create your own GPT, which is preloaded with whatever you want to achieve, it can go through certain frameworks, right? You can use it to write your books or help with your book and remember your your brand voice, your writing style and whatnot. Basically, I have here a lot, right? So it might look a little bit different. I'm using a paid version. I think it's only available for the Plus package, right? But you go under GPTs, and then at the top, which one? Right hand side, there is the create button. Okay.
I know you're recording this, and I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I am following along and doing it while you record, Agnes.
Okay. Once you are there, so you hit the plus create at the right top hand side, and then he will ask you what you want to create, right? So you describe whatever you need. Usually I have a priming document, but I think what Abby provided in the very first run of the Book Boss Academy, we had a priming document as well, where you are talking about your brand identity and brand voice and stuff like that.
Does that still exist, that recording?
It was a Google document. It was a Google document. I will need to check, but we can come up with a quick priming document. Also,
thank you.
You can tell him, right, to ask you the questions. I would like to create XYZ. Ask me all the questions what you need in order to this GPT to work as properly as possible, right? But I usually tell them, because I'm a business consultant, so I tell him what I'm doing, who is my ideal client, what packages I offer, so it has it all, right? I use it also not just for book writing, but also for content creation, right? For example, then I upload the frameworks. Then I upload, okay, these are the copywriting techniques, what I want to follow. These are the things. So basically you feed it with all the backend knowledge, what you will need him to go through with you. For example, if it's a book, then you know the chapters, and then how you come up with your own stuff, right? How you come up with the idea, let's break it down, so on and so forth, right? Usually at the beginning you have the same things, you have the glossary, you have the at the end certain things, right? So you can tell him, okay, this is the framework what we will be always following, and then just ask the questions and so on and so forth. So it really depends what you want to use it for, but it will ask you. And then under configuring, right, you can add the image. Yes, Liz?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have been working with my own ChatGPT for about a year, and it already knows me very well. Can I start from just having had a relationship already with my ChatGPT without the primary document?
What I've done, I asked him to give me a summary and a priming document according to what we already talked about, because I want to, right? So in a chat, in a normal chat, you go in and then you ask him to, okay, I want to create my own. So we have all this information. Could you please summarize something?
Perfect.
A priming document so I can upload that. Or the other thing is what you can do. Please remind me, and after that we can go into the projects part, because if you pull everything into a project, then he kind of knows what's in the project folder. And then, you know, I have one for the brand, I have one for my life, and he knows it like, oh, okay, we already talked about sugar detox in one of my folders. So I go in there and I'm like, oh, you remember we talked about this and that, and he remembers, right?
Got it.
Okay.
Sorry, Agnes, I'll just say to Liz, have you customized your chat?
I have not, other than I have been talking to it for a year and it knows me well, but I have not done, I know that there's a way to make a brand voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
if
a
you
document.
do that, if you have the pro version, you
I
can
do.
do that. It's from the bottom left-hand corner. It's under your profile. And you'll get the options there. Maybe you can show her, Agnes. And then when you fill in there what your style is, how you sound, add some of your own of the writing that you've done. Then every time you're creating a new ChatGPT, you can say to them, "Please look at my customizations."
Ah,
And then
thank you.
it'll do that.
Brilliant.
And I'm going to leave now.
Okay, this is what you meant
Thank
here.
you, Nora.
The custom
Okay.
instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Okay. So if you go to your picture and then you have personalize, and then you can what should ChatGPT call you? What do you do? And blah blah blah. Right? But you can just go and create a new one and then ask him to, you know, create a brand voice document so you can create the GPT.
Thank you.
Out of that. So basically, if we are back to, oh yeah, before it reacts, you can go to your chat and add two projects, right? So you create a new project. This is my brand, and everything that I'm talking about according to my, you know, content creation, the books, the big picture, and the launches and whatever, I add them to the project, or I start here the conversation, so he knows everything that happened before. So that's neat, right? That's already, if you are not building your own, I think that's already a nice organization and memory check, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of uses, if you're not creating your own one, then make sure that you correct it all the time, right? What you don't like, and then it will remember for a certain
Right.
amount of
What I do, Agnes, is I will say, I'm going to make something up. I have written one very successful book. Add that to your memories.
Yeah.
That's what I give it, those kinds of instructions. Is that correct?
Yeah. And here, when you are creating your own, you can upload file, right? You can files, PDFs, frameworks, whatnot. So it will ask you to create stuff. And then under the configuring, you can add an image, a name, a description, instruction, right? Especially if you want to share it maybe with your clients, right? Then you can write instructions, conversation starters, you know, it here appears those, you know, it's like, okay, let's create a new recipe for me, right? Or let's create something. So those are the conversation starters. And then, you know, create new action, so on and so forth. You can really go deep in there. But by answering his questions is already something. Give him the framework, what he should use every time, and then you are good to go. You can test it. It will tell you to, you know, do whatever, and then you hit create. And let me go to one which already is working, and it will ask you, right, when it comes to sharing, you can tick the box if you want just to for you, right, to use it for yourself, or if you're creating it, for example, I know you have a aromatic course something, right?
Yes.
You can create, you add all the, I don't know, the recipes or the basics or something, and then they can come in and they are like, oh, okay, I would like to, could you please list 3 different this or that for me, right? It's like, okay, I have sunburn and please recommend something or stuff like that. Or even for creation recipes and so on and so forth. So you can then share it, and then I click on the link and I create not my own, but I can use it with your knowledge base, basically.
Wow.
Right?
So that's sort of what Abby did with the book bosses. Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, this is brilliant. Okay, thanks. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Like that, and you update, and then basically that's it. Or you can upload it to the store. right? And then other people can find it and use it, which is a great freebie, which is a great way to new people to find you, right? You can add in the description links, or there are also, I've seen when I'm, using someone else's stuff that, okay, for more information, check out my website or donate on Patreon, or subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to learn more and stuff. So basically you put yourself out there into the store. You can copy it, and you can change it, I think, later on as well. So basically that's it. It creates it, and then you can test it. You can come back and you can change anything if you want. I even have Abby Faceless Lounge, right? I uploaded all the documents what we got, and then I was like, okay, let's create a new faceless account, and went through all the knowledge what he has in the PDFs. There are limitations when you are uploading PDFs when it comes to that, but I think you have enough space and whatever. And then when you are sharing it to the ChatGPT store or the GPT store, then let's see, aromatherapy.
There's THERAPY. Gotcha.
Yeah, so we
Oh,
have
look at
guides.
that.
You can look at it.
Look how many
Assistant,
there are.
science guides. You can come here actually, because I was looking for something in my niche, right? And none of them were working properly. So I was like, I tried a couple of ones, and it's like, okay, none of them is what I want. So you can test it and see, what it can do and how it's working, and after that, create your own, I guess. But
Wow.
even for your books, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing that. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. That mind is mind blown.
Okay, good. Happy to hear. Happy to hear. And it's like, it's not a problem that they already have something out there.
Agnes, when you search for GPTs, and for example, I searched my aromatherapy, and 10 of them came up. How do you get higher? It's just like Google. How do you get higher in the GPT creation?
I think, but it's not always true. But you can see how many people used it.
Oh, yes, I do.
Descending. No, yeah. Well, so I guess the more people download, the higher you are. Maybe you can even give them or ask for feedback, or ask for because here when you click on it, right? When you click on one, it's like the ratings, right?
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Conversations. So I guess if rating, maybe you need to ask everyone who is using it to rate it higher, and then it's out there.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so underusing the tool, and I have the paid account. So brilliant.
Then you need to have your own one. Because it's just as good as it can get, right?
Sweet. Okay. Thank you for doing that a second time, Agnes, and very clearly, and for recording it so now other people can appreciate it, and
exactly.
I can watch it again.
Yes, exactly. And let's add whatever we are doing in school under this video, and then everyone can, rate each other's stuff, and then we can go higher.
Yeah, I love that idea.
So let's do that. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.